Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens. You too, it's Pastor Dowell. The war, if you want to call it that, conflict, I mean, the truth is it never really was a war on terror. I mean, they can define it as that. I never could see where Congress ever declared war. I mean, did you? Did I miss it? Did we ever declare war on ISIS? Or was it just simply a conflict and people over time just start calling it a war? Okay. Well, anyway, during this 20-year escapade, you had many young white women. You had some melanated women that would go over and defect and go join the cause of ISIS. As a matter of fact, some of them even said that they wanted to go over just to have their babies. So they would defect from America and go over there to ISIS or ISIL. All right? The Epoch Times report, and I want y'all to listen to this, okay? Listen very closely to this. I'm going to read this, and then I'll include a link down below. But this is a paid subscription, all right? So I can give you the link, which I'm going to do, but if you don't have a paid subscription, you're probably not going to be able to read the article in its entirety. So anyway, I hope I get this lady's names right. I want y'all to listen to this. And the reason being, I want to show y'all how mixed up people are in the head today. I don't know what type of thoughts or what's going on in the minds of people today, but as soon as something enters into their mind, as soon as something's entering their thought pattern, they think they have it all together. You know, I've been young, and I understand the mind of young. But the people that are young, they don't understand the mind of the older people who have been there and done it. Matter of fact, they don't even want to hear it. They think that their experience is the sum and the totality of the whole world. They believe that. And it's hard today trying to give wisdom to younger people, especially if you have people that are old and they're old fools. So anyway, let's hit this. All right. The headlines, U.S. News: Alabama woman who joined ISIS or ISIL stuck in refugee camp. Hoda Muthana, an Alabama woman who left home to join the ISIL or ISIS. We're familiar with ISIS, so we'll stick with ISIS, okay? After becoming radicalized online. All right. And then Hoda Muthana, attorney Hassan, I can't pronounce that name. All right, let's go on. Birmingham, Alabama. Attorneys for a woman who left her Alabama home to join ISIS, the terror group, plan to continue their fight for her and her young son, even though the Supreme Court declined to consider her lawsuit seeking to re-enter the United States, one of the lawyers says Wednesday. Hoda Muthana and her 4-year-old child, the son of a man she met while with ISIS. See what I told you? Having been living in Syria refugee camp for nearly the entire life of the child. It is unclear what steps might come next to argue for their admittance into the United States, said Christina Jump, who represents the woman's family. But Jump, who works with the Constitutional Law Center for Muslims in America, said attorneys are considering options. We intend to stand by Hoda and her son and their rights to citizenship. She said, we do intend to keep working on her behalf. Now, the Supreme Court on Monday refused to hear the appeal of the lawsuit filed by the relatives on behalf of Muthana, who was born in New Jersey and fled her home, the suburban Birmingham, in 2014 to join ISIS, apparently after becoming radicalized online. She later decided and wanted to return to the United States, but the government determined she was not a U.S. citizen and revoked her passport while she was overseas, blocking her return. The government cited her father's status as a diplomat from Yemen at the time of her birth in 1994. And while the Supreme Court refused to consider overturning lower court's rulings that said Muthana could be kept out of the country, Camp said that she believes the Department of State does not have the authority to revoke citizenship in the manner that was done to Miss Muthana. Now, I agree with that, but, things are going to be extremely hard for anyone, and I'm not finished with the article just yet, people who defect from the United States to go into to go join what they call a terror group. And what happens is, now, a lot of people, when you see things online, they're going to present to you peaches and cream. I don't care what religious order is, or even if you considering going about real estate or travel or something like this. Most people have never traveled, much less lived outside of the United States of America. I probably have lived maybe a grand total of maybe 4 years outside of the United States of America, okay? And I've been to many, 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 many countries in this world. I mean, I have traveled much. And as much as this world I still have yet to visit. But when you've been to different places, and then of course I've got buddies that have been to other places I've never been, and we talk and we bounce information off of each other. When you have never been to these places and stuff, you can get online and there's this illusion painted to you that this is better than America. I'm gonna tell you right now, as jacked up and screwed up as America is, and it is, there still ain't no better country in the world to actually live. And one of the reasons why America is the best country in the world, because you get to protect yourself. You get to arm and protect yourself with firearms. Well, not to digress too much off the news article right here, but things are not always what they seem. I mean, most people have never been to a third world country, never been to the desert, never been into a place where it snows 4 and 5 feet and stuff. People just don't get it. They don't get it. And so they have these ideas in their head. And I told you, you go over there, man, I tell you, there's been some horrific stories. And you defect like that, they going to come up with all kind of ways. They consider you a traitor. And they're not going to let you back in. I mean, they consider Julian Assange a traitor, and all he did was just give information. And I don't even think he's even a citizen of the United States of America. I don't even think he lives in America, to tell you the truth, or even lived in it. Nevertheless, boy, they after him. They are after him for some reason. But anyway, this lady right here, she gonna have a hard way to go to try to get back in this country. So, because I mean, after all, what'd you want to leave for? What'd you want to go over there for? What'd you want to join a terrorist group for? What in the world do you want to come over there and then have their babies and stuff, and then bring them back over here? Now, I'm gonna say something that you ladies don't like hearing, but I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna digress to the religious front here. According to the Holy Bible, woman, those children, they don't belong to you. They belong to the man, because he is the one that puts seed into you, especially if they are male children. They belong to the father. I know that many of you going to argue me down, but you're not fighting with me. You're arguing with the creator of the universe, which one day, whether you believe in him or not, you're going to meet him and you're going to be judged to that. So get mad at Pastor Dowell all you want, and take the deception of the religion of the United States of America all you want. But I can tell you one thing, it's not going to bode well with you at all. Because the Most High don't play the games that we play down here. And so you can have your cake, eat it too. You can scream, holler, kick, fuss, and fight and stuff. It's still not going to change what his word says. And so y'all better get that through y'all thick heads. Many of y'all going to have sincere hell to pay for taking a man's seed from him, especially here in the United States of America, when you can run to the family court system. It's just crazy. But, if you don't contract with these boogers, you don't have to worry about being under their jurisdiction. But anyway, let me finish up this article right here. I just had to throw that in. That's a bonus for all you my YouTube people, all right? Both relatives and lawyers have a hard time of maintaining regular contact with Muthana, because she isn't allowed to have her own cell phone in the camp where she lives, and internet service is spotty, said the attorney. Well, no, I mean, they just don't have Verizon and AT&T and all these cell phone towers all over the place. And if that, where does she work? Chances are she don't work. I'm telling you, because if I was to really tell you what's really going on over there with her, most of you people, you will lose it. What about human rights? What? But you Americans, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you live under an umbrella of delusion. That's what you do. And you think your opinion is valid. People don't care about your opinion. Your opinion is not valid. And if you find yourself making rational decisions or unrational decisions like this, and you end up somewhere like that, people are not going to have sympathy on you. No, you made your bed, you lie in it. That's going to be the sentiments. Muthana has renounced ISIS, and both she and her son have been threatened, because of her stance. Camp said the child's father is dead. Okay, so in this case, the child father can go with the mother, or because he's dead. That's, at least is what they're saying. The decision to revoke her passport was made under former President Barack Obama, who never did nothing for black people. If you don't believe me, go check the record. I just thought I'd add in as a bonus too. Y'all getting a lot of bonuses here today. The case gained widespread attention because former President Donald Trump tweeted about it, saying he had directed the Secretary of State not to allow her back into the country. I mean, you think about it. If you were in this country and you defected to go fight what is perceived to be the enemies, why would anybody want you back? I know conditions is not nowhere near is like it is in America, and what she really misses more than anything is the conveniences. She missed the air condition. She missed going to the movies. She missed having the freedoms, and she misses all that. She don't miss being an American. I promise you that. So there you have it in a nutshell. I just thought I'd report that to you. Don't shoot the messenger simply because you don't like the message. Instead of getting in all your emotions and feelings, go check out the facts. Learn something rather than being led by your emotions and feelings. Learn how to be intelligent and be led by facts. Adjust, make your adjustments, and then move on in life.